It's Ultimate Combat Radio. Brought to you by Aztec Highway on 1280 and 97.5 The Zone.
Welcome back to Ultimate Combat Radio. Mike Stidham here talking a little mixed martial arts. And I got to tell you, we have had, without question, the best show we've ever had in terms of just quality guests, quality content, but we are not done. SureDog.com ranks him number 8 in the world at welterweight, and he's riding on a big one-fight win streak since first making his appearance right here on Ultimate Combat Radio. We take all the credit for that. UFC welterweight Johnny Hendricks. Johnny, welcome to the program.
Hey, how's it going tonight, guys?
It's great to have you back here, and we're looking forward to seeing you fight.
Johnny,
man,
go ahead.
I can't wait for the fight. Oh, I was just saying, I can't wait for the fight. I keep hearing this fight's going to happen, this fight's going to happen. I've been training so long, it seems like it's never going to come around.
First thing, I love how excited you always are. Anytime anybody's talking to me, you're excited, you're happy. Anyway, so let's get straight to the point with this, Jon Fitch. Clearly your toughest fight to date. How do you feel going into this fight?
Oh, man, I've had the best training camp of my life so far. This is the hardest I've trained for any fight, which I'm really excited about. I sort of went back to my old ways, training hard again, and that's pretty much it. I really can't wait. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been training for, today would be 2.5 months for this fight. I'm tired of getting people rotated in on me. I just want one person and one person locked in that octagon, and I can't wait for it to be Jon Fitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you're possibly the best wrestler that he's faced. Do you think that gives you an edge where others haven't had it against him?
MMA wrestling, I do believe that that's one thing that I have worked on. You know, of course, no secret going against, Jon Fitch. But I've worked on it. I've also fought some guys like Mike Pierce, Rick Story, Charlie Brenneman. Those guys are good wrestlers, too. They're also really strong, you know what I mean? So I think I was sort of getting prepared for this kind of a fight. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like Jon Fitch. And I think learning all my mistakes I've done in my previous fights, I think I've sort of finally corrected them. And I can't wait to see what my skill set December 30th.
Do you, with GSP being injured, it kind of leaves the welterweight division open. Does that give you a little bit more motivation going in this fight, make it a little bit more important for you because you could possibly be put into title contention?
I'm looking at that no matter what. You know what I mean? From here on out, every fight's got to get me to that title contention. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's right there. I'm knocking on the door, and I have to go out there and fight 110% every fight. I can't have these hiccups. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what I'm focusing on now. Is every fight I go in there and I make sure that I do everything and I leave nothing, you know what I mean? I leave nothing left in my body. And that's pretty much it. And if I lose that way, then the guy was better than me that night, you know what I'm saying? But I want to make sure that I put everything out there, my heart and soul into this, every fight. And, then I know if I lose, he was one hell of a fighter that night.
How important is wearing the belt to you?
Oh, it means everything. You know what I mean? Perfect example. Who won or who got second place in 2000 at the NCAA football?
That's a good point.
Nope, nobody knows.
Exactly. I don't know. You know what I mean? But if you watch football and you say who won the championship at the 2000 NCAA football, you're going to nail it right off, the top of your head. That's what it means. I don't care about the fame. I don't care about anything. I want to know that I set a goal in my mind, and my family is stuck behind me through thick and thin to reach that goal. And that's what it all boils down to getting that belt put around my waist.
Hey, now, Johnny, I think you're speaking from personal experience here, obviously. In the NCAAs, you were a two-time national champion going into your senior year, undefeated all year long, and you lost in the finals. Does that kind of give you an extra drive to not let that happen again here in the world of mixed martial arts?
Oh, yeah. Well, what it did more than anything, not just mixed martial arts, is life in general. You know what I'm saying? You can be perfect throughout your whole career and do one stupid thing, and it can mess up everything that you work for, everything that you try to achieve. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that, like, I do not want to let it happen again, is something stupid, losing focus or just veering off the path just a little bit and having something bad either attached to your name or, losing to somebody that you really shouldn't have, and it puts you back to where it may take you 2 more years to get to title contention, because if you look at the welterweight division, it's stacked, you know what I mean? You got to go through some very tough dudes to get to where you're at, and that's one thing that I don't want to have to do again. I want to be at the top, having them work their way to get to me.
Hey, Johnny, I got to, yeah, absolutely. I know what you're saying. I got to tell you, because first of all, the last time we spoke with you, I literally left that conversation with just so much energy, but you have a great message. And, I think that this is a message that I would like to project to young kids, is that one thing can change your life. And on a personal level, people that know me, I have a story that something changed my life in a negative way. Just that one little moment, if you could take it back. And so, take that and run with it and deliver that message to as many young kids as you can.
That's exactly right. You know what I mean? And that's one thing that I did a public appearance the other day out in Texas at Frankie's. And I had this 17-year-old kid come up to me and talk to me. His dad died in 9 years ago in Afghanistan. And, they're struggling and all this stuff. He wants to be an MMA fighter. I was like, man, before you do any of that, those are great goals. But I want you to graduate college. You know what I mean? Get that degree, set your family up that way. You know what I'm saying?
I do. And that is an awesome message, man. And, I hope you're standing on top of the world one day with that belt around your waist, and you can deliver it to as many people as you can. We got to run, man. I'm so sorry we took so long to get to you, but thank you so much for coming on the show and bringing that great message.
Hey, no worries, guys. Thank you for having me again, and I'll talk to you all here real soon.
Awesome stuff, man. Johnny Hendricks, UFC fighter, going up against his biggest challenge to date against Jon Fitch. We got to wrap the show. I want to make sure everybody knows about WCFC's Last Man Standing going down January 20th. You got to check it out. You guys know that I don't say things about shows that I don't fully believe. This is going to be an exciting show. You definitely want to check it out. Joe Martinez, Brandon Kaiser, and Lance Batcher, thank you so much tonight. We'll see you next week on Aztec Highway's Ultimate Combat Radio.